Hi and welcome to the Canadian Pageant Network. My name is Maya Santa Ana Pilar and I will be your host for today's topic. And our today's topic is called Why Does Dethronement Has to Happen? So why does dethronement has to happen? Obviously, a pageant is like a family or an institution. And with that saying, everybody in the pageant has an important role to make, especially the title holders, because they're the ones representing the brand and they're the ones that representing the organization. So dethronement happens when a title holder is number one, could not fulfill the responsibilities of the organization. And that happens when a title holder barely does the responsibilities that is stated on the contract that's given to her, such as appearing in, doing appearances or promoting herself and the title on social media. So that's very important. Or even doing a lot of recruitment. It could be done where she needs to talk about her experience in the pageantry, and in some instances when a title holder is not willing to do that because either it's just too much of an effort to do, that becomes an issue. Another thing is when a title holder does not communicate with the pageant management, and when the pageant management sends a title holder a memo or an email stating that please call us back, we need to speak to you, or this is the issue, can we please get a response, and it's completely being ignored by that title holder, then that is basically a violation of her contract, because it's important for a title holder to make communications to the pageant management, especially when there's issues or problems, because that's the only way that a problem can be solved and can work things out. Another thing that dethronement has to happen is when a title holder is not following the rules of the contract, such as making appearances that is not valid or has not actually asked permission from the pageant management, or does photo shoots for other photographers without asking permission. That's a big no-no. Another issue could be that a title holder is just very rude to the pageant management, and that sometimes happens when a pageant queen is not humble and has gone beyond or overconfidence. So those are the issues where a dethronement can be done to a title holder. So what are the process of being dethroned? Well, there's a lot. I can tell you from the MCGP standpoint, the first dethronement that was done before was usually the members of the national roster is notified whoever is someone to be dethroned, and it could be done where that title holder will be who is subjected to be dethroned is asked to come to the office, and then the other members of the roster are there, and usually there's a votation. So it's like in court, where the document is read, what is the reason why she is someone to be dethroned, and then the title holder who is subjected to be dethroned must prepare a defense, and then from there the other members of the roster, including the executive staff, will do a votation, and then the majority of the votes of having that title holder dethroned, if it's more, then obviously the majority wins. And if it's not, then she's given a chance. She's given a warning and a disciplinary action, which it could state that she needs to improve herself. She needs to improve the mistakes that she has done in order to continue on. And then after that, if she fails to do that, then it's up to the management now to make a decision of her dethronement. Another thing is that if it's not done through a voting system, then it could have been a point where the title holder knows by herself that she's not committing to her obligations as a title holder and don't want to be dethroned. So she will make a process of resigning her position. But if there was a warning that was issued, or when that title holder is called to the office for a meeting, and then all of a sudden she makes a statement or a decision that she's resigning. So if proper resigning process is not done, then it's in the advantage of the organization to do the dethronement. So it's just about respect. Because obviously when a pageant organization wants to meet a title holder, usually after 4 months or 5 months, or it could even be up to 6 months, to discuss the performance of that title holder, and the title holder does not actually respect that request for a meeting, then it is already an issue of dethronement right there that the pageant organization can issue through the powers of the lawyer of the organization. So with that being said, does an organization want to dethrone a queen? Obviously, an organization would not want to dethrone a queen, because obviously they have grown to love that queen. But if the queen is not being responsive to the expectations that's given to her from the moment that she was crowned, then there's a decision that has to be made, because obviously it's not working out to have a queen reign, and that opportunity could be given to somebody else who would take the responsibility of the contract seriously. So that's what happens. Another thing that when a dethronement has to happen also is because when a queen is involved in a controversy, such as posting nude, or has done a lot of negative stuff on the internet, such as social media, or has done nudes or other things that is not good representation to the organization and also to the country. Because remember, a title holder is a role model, and how could you be a role model when you're doing something that is not pleasing, especially to young children that looks up to pageant queens? So that is the process of dethronement and why it has to happen. So what makes a good queen? Obviously, a crown and a sash, or having the title and having that crown and sash, gives a lot of responsibility for the queen to follow and to do. It's a job. And it's not just having the crown and sash for the own advancement of the title holder, because a lot of people tend to have the reason of that I'm the winner, I was the one that's proclaimed, I can do whatever I want. No, you have to follow guidelines. So the main important thing is that what makes a good title holder is that when the title holder is doing her job properly, and that is very concerned in the well-being of the pageant organization that she represents. So it's not just about her. She needs to have a mentality that she wouldn't be a title holder if the organization did not crown her and gave her that opportunity to be a title holder. So that's the most important thing, is that when a title holder, she needs to be sensitive to the people around her. She needs to be sensitive to everything that matters to the organization that she represents. Because the main role of a title holder is to open doors for future queens. And if you would be the main reason why a future queen, future queens cannot have the opportunity because you've made mistakes, and because of those mistakes, it can bar or prevent other queens to have more opportunities open for them. So I hope that everyone is enlightened about dethronement and why it has to happen in pageants, because of the fact that a queen's job is to open doors for next year's title holders to come. It's a generation and it's a tradition. A pageant is not just an organization, and a pageant is not just a competition that happens in a week. A pageant organization is an institution that goes on year after year after year to do their mission and advocacy and promote self-development program for other women who would want to get that opportunity. So thank you so much for joining and watching this video. I hope that we are able to educate you about dethronements, and please feel free to like, share, and subscribe this video, as well as subscribe and hit the bell button on the video itself, so that you can get updates on new topics that we basically will be uploading, and that you can enjoy new videos that we have to upload and bring to you all. Thank you so much. Have yourself a wonderful day. Bye.